We gotta before we get to, because we will give here very briefly our Super Bowl picks, our actual Super Bowl picks for this season. But I do want to run through for the people one time. I think this might be helpful to go through our playoff teams from each conference. So before we make our Super Bowl picks and tell you way too early in May who we think will win Super Bowl 58, let's run through the playoff seeding. Let's go back to the AFC. Go through your AFC seeding so we can see who you had making the playoffs.
So I had the Bills at the 1 seed, the Chiefs at the 2 seed, the Ravens at the 3 seed, the Jags at the 4 seed. I had the Jets at the 5 seed, the Bengals at the 6 seed, and the Titans at the 7 seed.
Okay. So the Titans were the one new playoff team from last year, correct? Looking at that.
Yeah, and that is subject to change very quickly with how tight some of those teams are. So
sure, fair enough. All right, my AFC playoff teams: Bengals number 1 seed, Chiefs number 2 seed, Bills number 3 seed, Jaguars number 4 seed. No changes there. Then Ravens at the 5 seed, Dolphins at the 6 seed, and the Jets at the 7 seed. So the Jets new there for me as well. We both had the Jets making the playoffs this season. Mitch, NFC, your seeding for the playoffs.
I had the Eagles at the 1 seed. Surprisingly enough, the Lions at the 2 seed, the Niners at the 3 seed, the Panthers at the 4 seed, the Cowboys at the 5 seed, the Vikings at the 6 seed, and the Giants at the 7 seed.
Okay, and then the NFC, I had Dallas number 1, San Francisco number 2, Minnesota number 3, New Orleans number 4, Philly number 5, Seattle number 6, and Detroit number 7. So we're pretty similar, just one team different in the AFC, but quite a bit different in the NFC. We were much more different. I think that just goes to speak to how wide open the NFC seems.
Lots of variance.
And just how top heavy the AFC is, where it's like you can't do this without including 5 teams on the list. So there's already spots accounted for. In the NFC, it's like, God, I mean, anybody can make it, it feels like. So here we are, Mitch. It's time to make our Super Bowl predictions. Way too early. Super Bowl 58. Who do you got coming out of the AFC? Who do you got coming out of the NFC? And who do you have taking home the Lombardi Trophy next season?
I mean, it's tough for me not to pick the Eagles out of the NFC. I mean, this team was just so damn good. They're still stocked and reloaded. Miles Sanders is gone, but that didn't even really change anything. This offense is still so damn good with what they got. I have to go with the Eagles out of the NFC. Out of the AFC, it's a tough one. I think the AFC title game comes down to Chiefs-Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills. It's got to happen at some point, right? It's got to happen at some point. This will be the 3rd year in a row I have picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
I love you.
This has got to be the year, Dallen. This has got to be the year. Do I make my Super Bowl pick here or just the pick?
Yes. Yeah, tell me who you got winning.
Dallen, I love this Eagles team. It is fantastic. The Jalen Hurts story is wonderful, but no one circles the wagons quite like the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills for the 3rd year in a row to win the Super Bowl. It has to happen at some point. It has to. Give me the Bills.
What heartbreak for Philly to lose back-to-back Super Bowls.
Dude, I'm telling you, as a Bears fan, we don't we're just hoping for a rebuild, right? We don't have playoff aspirations right now. We want to
love back-to-back Super Bowl L's.
No. We just I have to find someone else to pull for, and this Bills team is so much fun. I have to pull for the Bills.
Love it.
I've picked them 3 years in a row. This has got to be the year, right? This has got to be the year the Bills do it.
3rd time's the charm. I love it, Mitch. Mitch has Bills over Eagles for Super Bowl 58. Way too early predictions. Mitch, for myself in the AFC, a rematch of last 3rd time in the row. This AFC championship rematch between the Bengals and the Chiefs, and the Bengals advancing to go back to the Super Bowl, defeating the Chiefs at home because of the seeding. They won't beat them in Arrowhead. Nobody beats them in Arrowhead. But if you get them on the road, maybe you got a shot. So Bengals out of the AFC, and then I have the Eagles losing in the NFC Championship game to the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
I've got Bengals, Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and who dey, Joe Burrow, the Tiger King, gets it done and wins the Super Bowl. So I've got Bengals.
Beat them Bengals.
Bengals over Cowboys in Super Bowl 58 for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're both going AFC kind of underdogs here. I mean, like,
because they're not the Chiefs. Yeah.
Organizationally speaking, like those guys, they've never won Super Bowls. We are picking 2 first-time Super Bowl winners.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Wild.
I mean, when you got Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, you got a shot, right? In both those franchises.
Yeah.
When you got players like that, that's what makes the difference. And that's why it's pretty easy to see. That's why we have those teams getting there, right? And obviously the Bengals have made it there, at least in the last couple of years with Joe Burrow. Bills haven't been able to make that Super Bowl yet, but they, as you said, they seem due. If it's not now, when is it? So
no one circles the wagons quite like the Buffalo Bills. So.
Love it.